It's important not to plant trees or shrubs around transformers because we always need 3 foot on each side and 9 foot in the front to work our sticks and to work safe. We pull up to a job and we got an outage, and we see there's a bunch of trees and a bunch of plants in front of a transformer. Most of the time we'll tell the customer, say, hey, look, the shrubs and the trees are in our way to work our job safely. We're going to have to cut them or chop them down or pull them up to be able to get your power back on, your lights back on. If there's a bunch of trees and shrubs in the way of the transformer, it slows the work down longer than people suspect it does, because we have to take the time to pull them up, chop them down, and then we have to go forth with our trying to find what the problem is and the outages. And sometimes when they plant trees around the transformers, the roots will actually grow into our wire and it'll make the power go out. I went to a job one time, opened up a transformer, and the tree that the person had planted, a tree been there for years, had actually grew into the transformer and was wrapped around our wires where we couldn't hardly move them. And it actually grew into the primary cable, which is the main source feed coming in, and it actually made the primary cable go bad. So we had to basically chop the tree, get it out of the way, untangle the wires out of the roots, splice the primary, get it fixed, and then proceed with trying to fix the outage. Some customers, they kind of get upset whenever we have to remove the shrubs or remove it, we're inconveniencing their roots, but they also want the power back on. So sometimes when we have to kill a transformer out because of shrubs, because of trees, there's more customers on down the line that it inconveniences in time to get their power back on. So that's why we always ask not to plant stuff around them, because it can not only inconvenience that customer, but it can inconvenience hundreds of customers. When we install transformers, we try to put stickers on the front of them that tell customers not to plant anything 3 feet on the sides and 9 feet in the front. And the reason why, we try to explain to them when they ask us about planting. We've set transformers before that people ask us, say, well, that's an ugly green box in my yard, I'm gonna plant trees around it. And we say, well, you can, and no matter how good they look, we're gonna have to pull them up, because we need at least 9 foot in the front to operate our, what you call a shotgun stick, to safely pull the wires off the elbows and plug them back on. And we ask for 3 feet from the side, because if we got to change that transformer out one day, we got to be able to get a truck to it, to pick it up, change it out. So we just ask them not to plant anything around them, no matter how ugly they think they look. Just don't plant anything around transformers. We have a program called Tree Power. You can actually call, and it kind of goes through the rundown with you of what kind of plants you can plant and cannot plant. So if you have any questions, just give that number a call. We know customers take a lot of time in landscaping their yard, and when we go to them and see this in the way of our transformers, we hate to tear them up and mess up their work. So just help us help you. Just when you landscape your yards around transformers, just don't plant anything around them.